His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से गो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। गंगा मई यमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। वृंद देवी की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्री ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता धारों की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Shri Gauranga. All glories to Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, please accept my humble and respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of all the Vaishnavas, assembled Vaishnavas here. Thank you so much again for giving this opportunity to serve all of you. So we'll start today prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Nuttama Shlokin Bhakti Bhavati Naishtake Shunvatam Swakata Krishnaha Punya Shavana Kirtanaha Hridyantastamya Bhadrani Vitanoti Sugritsata. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So today verse we are reading from Canto 2, Chapter 4, Text 16. I hope everyone able to see my screen. Vichakshanaaya charanopashadhanat Sangam yudasya bhayatontar atmanaha Vindanti hi brahmagatim gataklamas Tasmai subhatra shavase namo namaha Vichakshanaaya charanopashadhanat Sangam yudasya bhayatontar atmanaha Vintanti hi brahmagatim gataklamas Tasmai subhatra shavase namo namaha Vichakshanaaya charanopashadhanat Sangam vyudasyo bhayatontar atmanaha Vindanti hi brahmagatim gataklamas Tasmai subhatra shravase namo namaha. Devotees, please.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vichakshadaya Charanoprasadanat संगम वयुदस्यो भयतो अंतर आत्मना विन्दन्ति हि ब्रह्मगतिं गतक्लमास् तस्मै सुभद्राश्रवसे नमो नमः. हरे कृष्ण. थैंक यू.
विचक्षणाय चरणोपसादनात् संगम युदस्यो भयतोऽन्तरात्मना विन्दन्ति ब्रह्मगतिं गताक्लमास् तस्मै सुभद्रा शवसे नमो नमः. हरे कृष्णा.
हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण. विचक्षणाय चरणोपसर्पणात् संगं व्युदस्य यो भयतन्तरात्मनः विदन्ति हि ब्रह्मगतिं गताक्लमा तस्मै सुभद्राश्रवसे नमो नमः.
विचक्षणाय चरणोपसादनात् संगं युदस्यो भयतोऽन्तरात्मना विन्दन्ति हि ब्रह्मगतिं गतक्लमास् तस्मै सुभद्राश्रवसे नमो नमः.
Vichakshana, highly intellectual, yet whose charano upasadhanat, simply dedicating oneself unto the lotus feet. Sangam, attachment. Vyudasya, giving up completely. Ubhayataha, for present and future existence. Anta Atmanaha, of the heart and soul. Vintanti, moves progressively. He, certainly. Brahmagatim, towards spiritual existence. Gataklamaha, without difficulty. Tasmai, unto him. Subhatra, all auspicious. Shravase, unto one who is heard. Namaha, my due obeisances. Namaha, again and again. Translation and purport given by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: Let me offer my respectful obeisances again and again unto the all auspicious Lord Sri Krishna, the highly intellectual, simply by surrendering unto his lotus feet, or relieved of all attachments to present and future existences, and without difficulty progress towards spiritual existences. Purport: Lord Sri Krishna has repeatedly instructed Arjuna, or for that matter, everyone concerned with becoming his unalloyed devotee. In the last phase of his instruction in the Bhagavad Gita 1864 to 66, he instructed most confidentially as follows: Sarvagukhyatamam bhuya shrinu me paramam vachah istosi me dhridam iti tato vakshyami te hitam manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam nivaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. My dear Arjuna, you are very dear to me, and therefore only for your good I will disclose the most secret part of my instruction. It is simply this: become a pure devotee of mine, and you yourself unto me only. And I promise you full spiritual existence, by which you may gain the eternal right of transcendental loving service unto me. Just give up all other ways of religiosity and exclusively surrender unto me, and believe that I will protect you from your sinful acts, and I shall deliver you. Do not worry anymore. Persons who are intelligent take serious notice of this last instruction of the Lord. Knowledge of the self is the first step in spiritual realization, which is called confidential knowledge. And a step further is God realization, which is called more confidential knowledge. The culmination of knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is God realization. And when one attains the stage of God realization, he naturally, voluntarily becomes a devotee of the Lord to render him loving transcendental service. This devotional service to the Lord is always based on love of God and is distinct from the nature of routine service as prescribed in Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, or Dhyana Yoga. In the Bhagavad Gita, there are different instructions for such men of different categories. And there are various descriptions for Varnashrama Dharma, Sannyasa Dharma, Yati Dharma, the renounced order of life, controlling the senses, meditation, perfection of mystic powers, etc. But one who fully surrenders unto the Lord to render service unto Him out of spontaneous love for Him factually assimilates the essence of all knowledge described in the Vedas. One who adopts this method very skillfully attains perfection of life at once. And this perfection of human life is called Brahmagati, or the progressive march in spiritual existence. As enunciated by Srila Jiva Goswami on the basis of Vedic assurances, Brahmagati means to attain a spiritual form as good as that of the Lord. And in that form, the liberated living being eternally lives on one of the spiritual planets situated in the spiritual sky. Attainment of this perfection of life is easily available to a pure devotee of the Lord without his undergoing any difficult method of perfection. Such a devotional life is full of kirtanam, smaranam, ishanam, etc., as mentioned in the previous verse. One must therefore adopt this simple way of devotional life in order to attain the highest perfection available in any category of the human form of life in any part of the world. When Lord Brahma met Lord Krishna as a playful child at Vrindavan, he offered his prayer in which he said, श्रेयश्रितिं भक्तिमुदश्यते विभो क्लिश्यन्ते ये केवलबोधलब्धये तेषामसौ क्लेशलगेव शिष्यते नान्यथ्यतास्तु न तु सावघातिनाम्. Bhagavatam 10:14-4. Bhakti Yoga is the highest quality of perfection to be achieved by the intelligent person in lieu of performing a large quantity of spiritual activities. The example cited here is very appropriate. A handful of real paddy is more valuable than heaps of paddy skins without any substance within. Similarly, one should not be attracted by the jugglery of karma kanda or jnana kanda or even the gymnastic performances of yoga, but skillfully should take to the simple performances of kirtanam, smaranam, etc. under a bona fide spiritual master and without any difficulty attain the highest perfection. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा माह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाशरि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. त्वं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयितं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं हरि ओम्. Hare Krishna. Translation. Let me offer my respectful obeisances again and again unto the all auspicious Lord Shri Krishna. the highly intellectual, simply by surrendering unto his lotus feet, or relieved of all attachments to the present and future existences, and without difficulty progress towards spiritual existences. So, Sukadeva Goswami is offering prayer um, and glorifying the Lord here. And he is telling that I am offering obeisances again and again, right? So it's not that to just to show off that, okay, I am offering obeisances again and again, like to insist that I am a great. So it's insisting that how Lord is so great. So even how many times we offer, the pure devotees are not satisfied. So that's why we can see in our Acharya's life, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami. So their schedule is Raghunathas Goswami. Example is Raghunathas Goswami. His specific schedule is he offered obeisances to Krishna and the Govardhan 1,000 times every day, and 2,000 obeisances to all the Vaishnavas every day. This is his schedule. So in this, we can understand that offering obeisances is also one of the anga of bhakti, right? Expressing our bhakti is one of the anga is offering obeisances. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam. So offering prayers. So this is all one of the part of our bhakti life. So that is the first Sukadeva Goswami showing here that we should always offer obeisances to the devotees and the Lord. So that is the first important instruction we can take. And then he's telling here that I'm offering obeisances to all the auspicious Lord Shri Krishna and the highly intellectual, simply by surrendering unto his lotus feet. So it is mentioned here highly intellectual. So that means it is not for ordinary people, right? So not everyone can able to surrender to Krishna. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prabhatyate vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. Krishna says that it is not that everyone can come and worship me. After many, many lifetimes, one who is jnanavan, one who is highly intellectual, he comes and surrender to me, and that person is sudurlabha. It's very, very rare, right? So if we see our Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Devotion, he talks about that how this jiva is traveling from different bodies. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasadafaya Bhakti Lata Beach. So this jiva is traveling all over the universes in different bodies, different planets, and after wandering in all the places, finally he gets the human form of life. And in that human form of life, by the mercy of Guru, he gets Krishna. So basically, first by the mercy of Krishna, he gets a Guru. And by the mercy of Guru, he gets a Krishna. So, and by their mercy, he get the Bhaktilata seed. Right? So the Bhakti seed is given to us by our Guru. So in this way, it is not so easy. So we should understand the fortunate that we got in this human form of life. Not just we got this human form of life, but also we get connected to the bona fide spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. Right? So we are the most fortunate. And I was listening to one lecture. So it is mentioned that after getting all these good fortune, we get the human form of life. We get Srila Prabhupada as a guru, and we are getting also their sincere disciples still in this planet. We could able to associate with those devotees, pure devotees, and we are getting scriptures. what else is needed for us to get perfected in this life? What else is becoming obstacle to become a pure devotee in this life? So if we are not able to do it, we should be ashamed, because we get everything. We got everything, but still, if we are not taking it seriously, so then we should be ashamed for that. So this is that's what here Srila Prabhupada also quoting from Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita last instruction of Krishna is the final instruction of Krishna. And then when we are really taking up that instruction, then our Bhagavatam starts. Right? So Prabhupada, that's why he mentioned that we should study Bhagavad Gita first and then Bhagavatam. So Bhagavad Gita is like a college undergraduate, and then Bhagavatam is a postgraduate, and then Chaitanya Charitamrita is the PhD. So the reason why Srila Prabhupada put in this way is, without studying instruction, or without understanding the instruction, or without following the instruction of Krishna, how we can understand Krishna's greatness by studying Bhagavatam, right? So, of course, like, it is not that, okay, we should not study Bhagavatam, but we should study systematically. Of course, even if we are not fully finished Bhagavad Gita, should we not go to Bhagavatam? So best is to finish Bhagavad Gita and then go to Bhagavatam. And then also many times, like, devotees ask, like, oh, should we not read Chaitanya Charitamrita before finishing Bhagavatam? So it is unfortunately like it, if because of our condition timings and everything, so we could not able to study Bhagavatam every day for hours and hours. So because it is mentioned like we should study every day at least 3 hours, then only we can able to 3 hours, like around 40 pages every day. If we can able to study 40 pages every day, then we can able to finish Bhagavatam in 5 years. So, but unfortunately we could not able to spend that much time. If one can able to spend that much time, it is great. Such, that is a perfection of life. So if not in this condition life, how much best we can able to do, so we should try to do. And also, of course, Chaitanya Charitamrita also can go parallelly, but the main point is Prabhupada put here is systematically we have to study so that we can understand the greatness. So Bhagavad Gita, the final instruction, what Krishna says, surrender unto me. Right? So the very beautiful verses, 3 verses Prabhupada quoted here, that what Krishna is saying, that Krishna, I am giving this most confidential knowledge to you because you are my pure devotee. So, and also Krishna says in that 67, 68 verses and all, he says, don't share this knowledge to the people who are envious, right? So that means people who are envious, they cannot understand Krishna. So even though you are going and giving, what happened? People are envious, so they try to criticize Krishna. They try to say bad thing about Krishna. So then what happened? They are committing offenses and they are going away from the Lord. So that's why Krishna said, don't disturb them. Let them do whatever they want, because Krishna doesn't want to interfere everyone's individual will, free will, right? So he gave that free will. So he doesn't want to disturb that. So that's why, okay, if that's why Krishna particularly performed different pastimes, so to satisfy those people who want to criticize, right? So Krishna stealing the butter, or like Krishna got killed by the hunter. So these things like make a strong statement for the atheistic people that Krishna is not God, right? So all these things, it is making them to say that. So Krishna is giving them also opportunity. Okay, whatever that they desire, so Krishna is giving them also opportunity. Okay, if that is what you want, so I can give different points that you can say that, okay, I am not God. So basically, "E yata mam prapatyante tam tadeva bhajamyaham." So how we are approaching Krishna, Krishna reciprocates to us. So here, that's why Krishna says that do not share to this envious people. And because you are my pure devotee, I'm sharing this most confidential knowledge. And what is the most confidential knowledge? He is telling, just become pure devotee of mine. Become pure devotee of mine and give yourself to me only. That is a very, very important instruction. Because even after we take up Krishna consciousness, still we have somewhere little doubt or anything. So that's why still we wanted to worship some demigods. Or maybe like many people have this question um, before coming to ISKCON, following Krishna consciousness. So recently one of my Bhakti members, so she was asking that, oh, she was a Lord Shiva's devotee, and after she came to Krishna consciousness, and now she is not worshipping Shiva and she is chanting only Krishna's name. And is that because of that, whether Lord Shiva becomes angry? So this question, she asked, like this question was asked by many people like this, because we have that tendency that, oh, I was worshipping them for these many years and now I am worshipping Krishna. So whether that God will get angry on me, so something bad happened to me. So all these questions will come, right? So that's why Krishna says that Kaunteya pradijanayi name bhakta pranashyati. Krishna says to Arjuna that declare to the whole world, my devotee never perish. So this faith we should have in Krishna. So that's why Krishna is saying that, oh, you can surrender to this demigod or that demigod, or even he does not say that you can surrender to other forms of me, like because Krishna have different forms, Ram, Lakshman, see, Ram or Nrsimha, they different forms are there. Of course, like we worship the different Vishnu avatar, but specifically for meditating or for remembrance, we should meditate on this two-handed form where Krishna is holding the lotus. Krishna was holding the flute. Venum Kunantam Aravinda Dalaya Daksham Barhavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govinda Mati Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So Brahma, that's why he gave this description of Lord Shri Krishna. Venam Kwanantam, Aravinda Dalaya Daksham. So beautiful Krishna is standing in the threefold form and he is holding his flute. And he is so beautiful that Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham, like so many cupids, thousands and thousands of cupids are just falling down in front of Krishna, seeing his beautiful form. So that form we should meditate. So that's why specifically he is telling that, so become pure devotee of mine and give yourself unto me only. And I promise you full spiritual existence. And this particular word that I'm talking, that why, where it is mentioned that why not to other forms like Vishnu, Narayan, Ram, Varaga, why not other forms? So it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 1865 purport. Srila Prabhupada mentioning this particular sentences, I can read. So these words stress that one should concentrate his mind. So maybe I can share. So these words stress that one should concentrate his mind upon Krishna, the very form with two hands carrying a flute, the bluish boy with a beautiful face and peacock feather in his hair. These are the descriptions of Krishna found in Brahma Samhita and other literatures. One should fix his mind on this original form of Godhead Krishna. One should not even divert his attention to other forms of the Lord. The Lord has multi forms as Vishnu, Narayan, Ram, Varaha, etc. But a devotee should concentrate his mind on the form that was present before Arjuna. Concentration of the mind on the form of Krishna constitutes the most confidential part of knowledge, and this is disclosed to Arjuna because Arjuna is the most dear friend of Krishna's. So this is the verdict from Srila Prabhupada, that we should focus on this beautiful two-handed forms of Krishna only. And And then what he's telling that I promise you full spiritual existence by which you can gain the eternal right of transcendental loving service unto me. And he asked to give up all other religiosity. Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarva pabhyapyo mokshesham ma suchaka. So Krishna says that give up other religiosity, this karma kanda activities or jnana kanda activities, or all these are all fruitive activities, right? So, oh, I will do this, and like that's what the example Prabhupada gives here. So, yeah, the rice paddy example Prabhupada gives that a handful of real paddy is more valuable than heaps of paddy skins without any substance within. So we can do so many other things. Oh, I do this much of charity, different people. I take care of orphanage, and I do this austerity, this yoga, and this karma, the sacrifices. So many things we are doing, but that is all like which is without skin, heaps of paddy skins without any substance within, right? So even in doing charity also, there is people think that, oh, I am doing selflessly, right? So I'm giving everything for other people. But if we subtle way, if we notice that people, even that kind of activities they are doing with some kind of intention behind that, that is the intention is expecting respect, right? Expecting respect is one of the intention that they always have, everyone will have. If suppose if a person is giving so much of Lakshmi to donated, and if we go and insult him, just look at his reaction, then we will see what is the real intention behind it. So, oh, I am giving, like for example, if they are giving and if we are not telling his name in front of everyone, oh, this person donated this much amount, then see what happened. Immediately they will come and say, oh, I am giving so much to you people, and you are not even respecting me, so I am not going to give for you ever, right? So that means what? They are not giving selflessly, they are giving because of their intention of getting respect. That is also a subtle expectation, right? So all these are all actually just heaps of paddy skins. There is nothing substance in it. So that's why just do bhakti. That is a handful of paddy, which is more valuable. So, and do not waste time in unnecessary yoga practices. So recently I attended one conference, in Richmond. So that conference is basically that they're inviting all different kind of religious people, and they wanted to share between each other what their practices is. So I saw like different people like art of life, and some people of heartfulness, and all those people are coming, and then they are talking about like meditation. So, oh, because all their point is focused on this body. We can clearly take a point from that, that they are talking about yoga, meditation, and even some person he talks about that ashtanga yoga. So Ashtanga Yoga, he was explaining that, oh, so one first person he talks about the heartfulness. Oh, we have to know what is going inside our body, and we have so much of distress and so much of difficulties we are facing in everyday life. So if we can know how to control our emotions, so then we can live a very healthy and happy life. So to know the emotions within us, so then we have to focus on chakras. The different chakras are there, and we should meditate on those chakras, and then we can lead a very peaceful life. And so many people are following. I was so uh, very heart uh, felt like feel very bad. Like how much people are just going behind this. And one person is explaining about Ashtanga Yoga. Oh, everyone is talking about heartfulness and meditation, but actually that meditation will come when we follow yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara. That is a process. Then only we can come to the samadhi stage. So then because of that, we have to follow Ashtanga Yoga. So that person is explaining about Ashtanga Yoga. So I was just thinking that why these people, no one read Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says about Ashtanga Yoga. And what Arjuna says, oh, Sanjalam hi mana Krishna, I cannot able to do this, Krishna. This Ashtanga Yoga process, like I can able to control the wind as well, but I cannot able to control my mind. And they show some video in that, like people are like thousands of people are sitting in that hall and they are just sitting and meditating, closing their eyes. And I saw many people are sleeping. So that's what it will happen, right? So how come we can able to control our mind and sitting in one place, or say they are saying, oh, meditating this place and meditate this place and focus that your body, this is going on. All these are all just artificial things. How long we can able to do even all these things, even for a moment we cannot control our mind. How we can able to practice this and perfect our life. And ultimately all these practices, yoga practices, what they are telling, it is completely focused on only body. And they are talking about consciousness. Yes, they are talking about consciousness, but they didn't talk about soul. They are saying that okay, we are beyond this body and this mind. And what is that consciousness? They are telling that consciousness. But how that consciousness is coming? Because of the presence of soul. And the soul is actually transferring from one body to another body. We are just focusing on this body. What about the next life? No one is focusing on that. So it was very distressed to see that so many people are following these things. And of course, like whatever we can able to share, like I was just sharing about our ISKCON activities and Prabhupada and Bhagavad Gita. So if this kind of things, like that's what Krishna says, it's not so easy. People, even pious people, so many people might be very pious. So and also I was listening in one lecture, one person, he went for a book distribution, and one lady, she was coming and she was talking so nicely. Yeah, I love Krishna so much, and I do this, do that, so many things she was telling. And this person thought, oh, this lady is very pious lady, very good. So then finally she said, you know what, I every day go to Sai Baba temple and I say, Sai Baba, you are my Krishna, you are my everything. What is this? Like, why Krishna is there, then why you have to go and tell another person as Krishna, right? So these are all actually, of course, I'm not here to criticize any other organization. So, but these are all actually the outcome of our enviousness on Krishna, right? So why not we worship Krishna directly? So why we have to go and tell other person as, oh, you are Krishna? Krishna is there. So this is all bogus. So we should try to understand that we are so fortunate that we are in the right movement. We are under the right shelter. We got this human form of life and we got the right shelter, and we should become a pure devotee just by following the instruction of our guru seriously. Then we can able to become pure devotee. Many people also have this question that, oh yeah, pure devotee means it is very tough. Oh, pure devotee means anya bilashita sunyam jnana karma dhyanabritam anukulyena krishnanushilanam bhakti ruttama. So bhakti, pure devotion, means that we should not even expect anything from Krishna. Oh, that it is very tough. So that's why Krishna gave these options. Manmana bhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. So this I shared, I think, already, but I just want to repeat this. In Sri Vrindavan Dham, like many people do different parikramas. You might have seen that many people just offer obeisances. They just offer one place one time and then two times, three times. So they will keep one stone. For every obeisances, they keep the stone. And like they offer like 108 times in one place or 1008 times in one place. And they do Govardhan Parikrama in this way. So one time, one devotee went and asked this Baba, that Sadhu, why you are doing this many obeisances? So for that, he explained that what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Man mana, always think of me. So my mind is so crucial. It is always think about so many other things. Oh, my family, my money, bank balance, all these things it will think, but it is very hard to think Krishna all the time. I cannot do that. So then what Krishna says next, Manmana Bhavamad Bhakto, become my devotee. That also not possible, because expecting all the time something, so that is not pure bhakti. So then what Krishna says, Madhyajimam namaskuru. So you offer obeisances to me, that I can do. How many times I can do? I can do. That is what I am trying to do. So in this way, many sadhus or many people are taking it so seriously, the instruction of Krishna, and following it, whatever the capacity that they can able to do best, that they are trying to do. And Krishna will be definitely pleased. Krishna will see how much effort we are putting. He will not see the perfectness within us. He will see how much effort we are putting. So it is not that we cannot become pure devotee. And one time to Srila Prabhupada, one person, reporter, came and asked, okay, how many people are pure devotees in your movement? So Prabhupada said, everyone is pure devotee. May not today, but they are following pure devotional service. So definitely they will become pure devotee one day. So in that faith, we should follow. And in also many purports, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that he guaranteed that you follow the instruction of your guru very sincerely and faithfully. Definitely you will attain the perfection and become pure devotee in this life. You don't have to wait for next life. So you can able to become pure devotee. And what are the other reasons we can think about why I have to become a pure devotee? So everyone wants to give something good for our family, right? So for our relatives. So this I heard from His Grace Gauranga Prabhu. So he was telling that initially, like when I practicing Krishna consciousness, my family were really opposing. So they were telling that, oh, why you are always chanting, you are doing all these things. Always they were telling that. But then one time, so I was giving class about Prahlad Maharaj pastime. So in that Prahlad Maharaj pastime, when Hiranyakashipu was killed, and then Nrsimhadev was asking that what is the benediction you want. So that time Prahlad Maharaj asked like, okay, somehow my father did mistake, so can you please liberate him? So then Nrsimhadev said, because you are the pure devotee born in your family, so not only your father, your great grandfather, and it is 14 generations, sorry, 21 generations will be liberated. So then after hearing this, Gauranga Prabhu's family, everyone says, oh, you follow nicely. That is what we want. Whatever you face any obstacles, let us know. We will try to remove all the obstacles. Because if you follow, then we can get liberation without any trouble. Right? So in this way, actually, we want everyone's, we want to help everyone, right? So if we really want to do some good things for our family or anyone in this world, so we want to become a pure devotee. If we can become a pure devotee, that is the benediction that we are giving to our whole heritage, like of our family. So and so when Krishna says surrender unto me, many people have questions. What is that surrender means? What is that surrender means? Like, we should know what is surrender. Without knowing surrender, how we can surrender, right? So it is given in Prabhupada purport itself in Sarva Dharman Parityajya, in that purport. So it is also more explained in Chaitanya Charitamrit, Madhya Leela 2200. So let me share that. So this is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Leela 2200. अनुकूल्यस्य संकल्प प्रतिकूल्यस्य वर्जनं रक्षिष्यति विश्वासो गोपत्रत्वे वर्णं तथा आत्मनिक्षेप कार्पण्य सद्विदा शरणागति. These are the 6 symptoms of surrender. What are the 6 symptoms of surrender? First thing, we should be the devotee has to accept everything that is favorable for rendering devotional service. If anything comes as an obstacle in performing our devotional service, so okay, so that will be a second one. So first one is a devotee have to accept everything that is favorable. So sometimes it is not favorable for us, right? Sometimes we don't like that service, but or sometimes we don't like that activity to do, but if we do that, that is favorable. So for example, waking up early in the morning, right? So that is not favorable. We don't like, but still we have to do because that is favorable for my Krishna consciousness. So by doing that, I can able to progress in Krishna conscious life. Then we should take it. That is the first thing. Second is we should be ready to reject anything, even if it is favorable for me. Like for example, eating. Like I like to eat with going to the restaurants and different places. I like to eat lot, but now I should reject because that is not prasadam and that is not cooked by a devotee, right? So these things we should reject because it is not favorable for my Krishna consciousness. So that is the second point of surrender. And third is a devotee must be firmly convinced that Krishna will give him protection. No one can give protection. We should not think, oh, my family, my son will protect me, my daughter will protect me, my no one can protect other than Krishna. So if we think that all these people will come and protect, that is our foolishness. So this is a third point of surrender, that any point of time, we should completely convinced that only Krishna can able to protect. So this example, I know it is already time, so I'll just share this example. It's a real example. One of our congregation devotees. So he is Jagannath's devotee. So we can see, like when we see this example in present stage, then we can see how much people are so surrendered. So he is Jagannath's devotee. That he is from Jagannath Puri. So in Jagannath Puri, like they are very close to Jagannath. So they consider them as a family member. So what happened, his son, he's very small child and he was very naughty, so he went, he when they went to the grocery store, so he just ran into the streets, the roads, the main roads he went, and it was the signal, both side is green and cars are going very fast. This boy just ran immediately, 1 second, like the parents didn't notice that he just ran, he ran and he went into exactly into the center of the road, and they just noticed, the parents, they just noticed, and they just running, but then they realized, I cannot able to protect, even if I run there, I cannot go and catch him and bring him before the car hits, right? So he stopped there. He stopped there. Jagannath, if you want to protect him, you can able to do it. He just prayed to Jagannath. That's all. This boy is standing here. Every car came and stopped just here, just in 1 inch. So we can see personally that how in these kind of situations we can see test our real devotion, right? So are we really surrender? We think that I am protecting my child, but actually we are not protecting. We are not doing anything, but only Krishna can protect. So that is a third surrender. So, and then fourth point is devotee should accept Krishna as a supreme maintainer and master. He should not think he will be protected by a demigod, right? So only Krishna is a protector, and he should convinced on that. And fifth one is self-surrender means remembering that one's activity and desires are not independent. The devotee is completely dependent on Krishna and he acts and thinks as Krishna desires. Whatever Krishna is saying, that's what a devotee is acting. So we are puppets in Krishna's hands. So that is what we should understand, that whatever we are doing, we are not doing actually. We are not independent. Whatever Krishna's desire, that's what we are doing. And sixth anga of surrender is he should be meek and humble. So the humility is very, very important. That shows our real surrender. Because a person who does not have anything can be remain humble is very easy, right? But a person who have everything, who have so much knowledge, who have like our acharyas, we can say, take an example, Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, they are very rich people and they have so much of knowledge, they know so many languages, but still they are very, very humble person, because that is the only thing which will attract the mercy of the Lord. Trinatapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna manina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. So that is the only way we can attract the mercy of the Lord. So if we follow these things, then we are surrendering to Krishna. So in this way, we can able to test, are we really surrendering to Krishna? So if we can try to practice these things, so then we can definitely become a pure devotee in this life itself and perfect our life. So thank you so much. I'll stop here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, पतित पावन श्रील गुरु महाराज की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. Thank you so much. Any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
It's a very nice purport, and you speak very nicely about how we have to surrender to Krishna. Krishna control everything, and we are nothing. So that is something I can take. Always remember that Krishna is the only protector of this class. That Krishna only can save us from any kind of difficulties. So we just have to, strengthen our faith that we are not the doer. Krishna is everything. And one thing, and then some people will say, okay, Krishna is a doer, so that doesn't mean that you don't have to do anything. What would you say about it? That Krishna ultimately is a doer of everything, but at the same time, we have to do whatever we need to do sometimes. Because Krishna gave us intelligence. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So I got your question. So many people ask this question that how, okay, Krishna is a doer, like then I don't have to do anything. Like anyway, it is destined in my life. So yes, of course, Krishna is giving the destiny what we have to get. But without we do anything, how we can get that destiny? Like for example, in my destiny, I have to become a doctor. So, but I'm saying that, oh, in my destiny, I have to become a doctor, but I will sit in home and I will not do anything. I will become a doctor one day. This is foolishness, right? So we have to do from our side, then the destiny, whatever Krishna is giving us, that will happen. So without karma, there cannot be a reaction, right? So that we should understand. So, and it is not that, okay, and also this question also comes that, okay, then I am doing, but something bad thing happened, then, oh, it is all, maybe Krishna wants me to do this bad thing. No, Krishna doesn't want to do any bad thing. Krishna actually, he gives that intelligence to us that not to do this. This is bad. And he gives that guilty consciousness from our heart as Paramatma. But Krishna never interfere with our free will. If we want to do that incident or whatever bad things, then he will give that knowledge not to do. But still, if we want to do, then it is our free will. Then we have to get that reaction. So he will not interfere in that free will. So of course, Krishna will, without his permission, even that will not happen. Because Krishna is giving permission, that's why we can able to do that as well. So, but because of Krishna's mercy that upon us, that he doesn't want to disturb us, or he doesn't want to disturb our free independence. So that's why he is not doing it. But of course, we should do our karma, then only we can able to get whatever it is destined. Is that answers, Mother?
Thank you very much, Mataji. That reminds me the two birds sitting on a tree. See, free will, watch the bird, she picks up and does, like that. Paramatma, he is sitting in our heart and he will watch what we are doing. And some things, and like he says, do your duty and then depend on me. That's what. And without, like you're saying, that without studying, I cannot become a doctor. I have to put my own effort, then I'll just ask for the thing. So those are the things. And then, like you said, our protection, accept Krishna. I don't think we think that our family, oh God, nobody will come when we die. Everybody will watch, that's all. Even doctor gives up, puts his hands up. And he says, I gave the medicine. I tried my best. Now it is God's hands. That's what even doctors say that. Because they do their duty, but still it goes to God only. Whatever our karma and whatever we did, good or bad, that will pay at that time. So that's what my belief is. And then, that's what, actually, whatever we do, my family is there, they will come and doctor will come, everybody. Nobody will save you. We have to come alone and we have to go alone. That is a simple
that's what
fact.
this Gajendra pastime, it's a whole
Yeah.
pastime which is teaching us.
That
Oh,
is teaching
he's
us.
such a powerful elephant, and he have so many family members, and they
Yeah.
were just watching. They are
Everybody
helpless.
is watching. That's sure. So that is the thing. After listening to Gajendra Moksham also, we need to know if we don't think that, then nobody can help us. And then in this, I saw Krishna says, in the first canto of Bhagavatam, Manda Sumanda Matayo, he will tell you. And then again, he will tell in the 9th canto, he says, Manmanama Madbhakto. Again, he reminds you in 18th chapter. Again, he tells you, Oh Manmanama Madbhakto. He says everything like, please, please do. Still, if we don't do, that is our own bad karma, we are doing it. And if anything good happens, we say, oh, we don't say thank you to Krishna anyway. If anything bad happens, why Krishna did it? Why God is punishing me like this? But we don't think that by what we are doing. So he says in those 3 slokas, all those 3 slokas, what he's saying, how to become, like a Manmanama Vadbhakto. One is, last one is Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Sarvaraja. Aham Twasara Papebhyo Mokshikshamascha. So he says, just do it. And then you leave it to me. I will see that. I will take care of it. All these things, the more and more we read, it will get it. And then another thing you're saying, we went to the conference and see, if any person is there, if they're doesn't want to listen, there is no point in bugging them and teaching them. That is their fate. Just try to tell. If they don't listen, that is their karma. They have to face it. There's nothing we can do. But try to tell, try to explain about Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam or whatever it is. If still they don't want to go, there's nothing we can do. A child goes to the fire and then he wants to catch the fire. You try to stop. Still he goes and puts. Once he burns his hand only, he will know what's happening. These are the real facts in our life only. But most of us, we don't realize that. Simple facts we have in our life. So that's really something in this sloka. Thank you very much for explaining nicely. Even Brahma Samhita, he was saying that. So that's a good thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. No other comments?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Very nice class. It was really interesting to hear you say this. It was so focused. I was listening to each sentences. And I have this one question, that when you were giving the example of Prahlad Maharaj, and Narsingh Prabhu said that when there's a one devotee in the family, the 21 generations get liberated. So
Yes.
do you tell me, is there any shloka about it?
Yes, it will be there. I can check and share with you. I will share it to India. I have your number, right? Yeah, I can share that. It is in Bhagavatam. In that past time it will come.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. And where you described Krishna holding flute, and that glorification was really interesting to hear. The two-hand form, Krishna's meditation on two-hand form. Thank you very much. Thank you for your nice class.
Thank you
Hare
so much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I also like the point you make about that Krishna is there, and they're considering like Sai Baba is like Krishna. Why they have to come? That's a very nice point you made. I know where before I came to Krishna consciousness, I used to go to all this Sai Baba temples and all this stuff, you know. So
Of course, they are also Vaishnava, but they followed. But people who are around them, they are concocting all these ideas. So basically, they generally don't
Ye-
tell that.
yeah, even they're making bhajans, they're saying Sai Ram, you know, why Sai Ram? You know, why they have, you know, why they have to use Ram name and consider themselves Ram. Yeah, that also I don't understand it. Like people are so like they're really like deluded, you know. And they think they're following the right thing. They have so much faith and so much so-called bhakti, you know, for these personalities. They will fast every Thursday and they will do a lot of bhajan, but they have to use their name instead of only Krishna name.
Thank you so much, Devi. Sorry, I have to leave now. Okay.
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः।
अनंत कोटि
हरे
वैष्णव वृंद की
बिंद
जय।
की
जगत
जय।
गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद जय। पतित पावन श्रील गुरु महाराज की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।
Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.